for the Warriors Convention, and registration is open. Warriors, caregivers, and community, we can't wait to see you all at the 10th Annual Warriors Convention, where we're celebrating 10 years and taking over Houston in partnership with the Houston Collaborative and all of our Texas partners at the JW Marriott by the Galleria. Join us for education, conversation, and networking while building relationships and partnerships. There's something for everyone. It's a family event. So I'm calling all of our 55 plus warriors. Please join us for the golden experience made just for you. Kings and queens, get your tickets today to the Royal Ball. It's a hybrid event and you can choose your experience. Go to sicklecellconvention.org now because we want to see you there. A whole commercial.
I love it so much.
Hey, Dr. Bailey. Hey, Shamanica.
Hey. That commercial is so good.
That is like, I love doing commercials. Oh my gosh. It is so exciting.
So good.
And
that
I have you over here. Say it again.
I was saying that picture on the Golden Warrior flyer. That's such a nice picture of that lady. Like that's what I think of each time I see it.
I know, it's the Golden Warrior. Y'all, we're going to talk a little bit about what that means, what you just saw, the beginning of the commercial. We're talking all things convention and just having a chat with y'all. We have not been on here to do our late night conversation with me and Dr. Bailey. We usually come on here and do some random conversation and some random thoughts. So everybody that's over here on Facebook, we are hello, and everybody that's on Instagram, because I went live on Instagram as well. Hey, Instagram people, we wanted to say hello to everyone and just kind of give you an overview of what's going on with the consortium. Oh my goodness, it's always something. We do not stop. Okay, it's a thing. All right, Shamanica, first of all, ma'am, these earrings is giving me life, and you look super cute. You are locked. Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
they are cute.
I'm 3 months. 3 months. It still look like in the in-between stages, but it's coming along good.
Girl, you are gorgeous.
And I bought these as a possible earring for the wedding, but they didn't make the cut for the wedding. So now they're just
they are very cute.
Just living in
I'll have them with me in Houston.
Dr. Bailey, how are you
doing? Faux locks. I'm sorry. Go ahead. How am I doing? I am fantastic. I am doing well. My camera doesn't look as good as y'all, but don't say nothing about it being a PC in your Apple.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything about it, but what I am going to say is it don't matter what you look like when you come on here. We appreciate you for dropping in and having a conversation with us. Always, always, always. So y'all, first of all, there is a question on my mind. My question is, number one, have you registered for the convention? I'll wait. I mean, have y'all registered? Like, what is happening to the Saints and Friends? I need to know, have y'all registered? And if you have not, why not? I need to answer that question. I need somebody to answer me on that.
I have another question too.
What's your question, Shamanica?
Do y'all know that it's virtual and in person? That it's a hybrid event?
Good question.
You can come either way.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people are not realizing that. Y'all, this one's driving me crazy. There we go.
Fly away.
I don't think they realize that it's hybrid. So if you can't make it to Houston, follow us and enjoy it virtually.
And it's still going to be the same kind. If you're used to an amazing experience virtually with games and prizes and conversations and all of the stuff we do, we're still doing a lot of that. It is still happening. There's still activities for the virtual audience. This meeting is hybrid, but it's a true hybrid. So people in person are not going to be looking up at a screen to virtual presenters, and people virtual will not just be watching what's happening in the in-person space.
Yeah.
It's basically two meetings on top of each other.
Really, like seriously, 2 meetings on top of each other. Like it is crazy that like we
Yeah.
really have 2 full meetings happening. And what's so crazy about it is each one of them has its own like identity, but they're both going to be really good. Like it all ties
Yeah.
in. And now people are like, well, what is the conference about this year? Where's the agenda? Drum roll. I didn't put that in my sounds, right? You know, well, let me see if I did it. I did. I thought I put that in my sounds today, but you will see it next time. So the agenda is on the website, so y'all can go see what's going to be going down at the event. So don't worry, my people. The agenda is up there, but to bring it home a little bit, there's 2 different events. There's one event, 2 ways to experience it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, each platform, each ticket type is what we have. We have either your virtual or either you're in person. I won't say team virtual, team in person, because we don't want to pitch y'all against each other. But I will say both of them have some really great information. And there's some instances where it's going to cross over a little bit. But yo, if you have been to our events virtually within these past 3-4 years, you will not be disappointed. Virtually, you can come, enjoy yourself, win prizes, network, and do all of the same things that you're going to be doing. However, I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm just to be real honest, it's going to be a family reunion. So I'm just saying, if you can make it to Houston, I'm going to need y'all to pack y'all bags and come on to the Houston place. It's the JW Marriott Houston Galleria. I know it's a long name, but it is that's happening, and it's going to be great. Like we have planned for so many things. And if you know the consortium, we extra.
We are. I mean, let's just be real. We are.
We
And
extra.
it is going to be fantastic.
It is. I think so. I really do. We have things like the first night, just as usual, we're gonna have a reception. That's when everybody get their hugs out and their tears out because they haven't seen each other in such a long time. And then the next day we literally just go straight into having sessions and conversations and panels, our plenary, as you know, our lunch with our sponsors. And then, y'all, we have something new added. It's a homecoming. Now,
Yeah, I'm
I know.
excited to see that.
Oh my God, I'm so crunk about that. A homecoming. So I didn't go.
Yeah, she went way back with that one. It's okay. We're going to let it slide.
Y'all are so funny. See, I show my age every time I talk. Yes, so it's gonna be a homecoming, y'all. A homecoming is coming to the convention, and I think that is super cool. If you were in 2019 and you saw we had a block party and we had like a DJ and some music, and you could take pictures and you're eating
and barbecue.
Barbecue. Okay, the Texas barbecue was on point.
Yes, it was.
So much stuff. People was like, "Is this some more?" No. It's gone. It is gone. No, but we're gonna have something similar, but it's a big difference because it's almost like a family reunion, but it's the sickle cell homecoming, and I think that's going to be super awesome. So if you ever been to a HBCU, then you'll know what we're talking about. It's going to be something similar, but we do things the way we want to, so it's not going to be the same. We're not mimicking it, but I'm just saying it's going to be nice.
It's going to be our spin on it.
Exactly, our spin on it, because we are extra read all about it. Hey, everybody that's coming in, so if you are here, if you joined us, just say hi to us. Now, if you know me and Shamanica and Dr. Bailey and especially Dominique, what do I always say? Don't be leaving me here just talking to myself. Talk back to me, say hello,
right?
Let me know that you're in the building. Let me know that you are saying hello, and tell me where you're coming in from. Like, where are you viewing this from? Because we are international now. The consortium is so international. Oh my God, we got partners everywhere.
We do.
I was wondering if I was.
It's so exciting to me. Oh no, it's just so exciting to me that we have so many of us now.
Oh, we
got all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. We got first question, Dr. Bailey. The first question is, what is the deadline for registration? Are we talking about for in-person or virtual? Crystal, because Crystal, I hope you and your family coming in person. Yeah, I'm calling you out. But the deadline, we just talked about this today. So, drum roll. I wish I had my drum roll set up. Man, I don't. But
I'm surprised you don't have it set up.
I know, because
Yeah,
I
me
changed
too.
my settings. I changed my settings. But listen, y'all, here's the thing. We are allowing you guys to register up until this Friday for in person, no, for virtual, no, in person and virtual.
Mhm.
And if you register by this Friday, you are entered into a randomizer. And you know, our prizes be like bombs. So
They're
I'm just saying,
pretty good.
and I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but Crystal, to answer your question, ma'am, register by this Friday. You want to
Please and
register by
thank
this
you.
Friday. If you register tonight, that'll be even better because we need to know how many people are coming. But that's the answer. By this Friday. Come on. Register by this Friday.
Now we will be honest. Registration lasts a little bit longer than that. But if you want the prize, then be here and be registered by Friday because we will be randomizing a prize for those that are registered by Friday. If for some reason you need to wait a little bit longer, registration will still be open for one more week after that.
Yep.
But we encourage you to go ahead and get that registration in. And while we're on that, can I just say really quickly that everyone, so registration, now just hold on, it's $350. However, that $350, it covers food. That's all it covers. But we are automatically giving every single sickle cell patient and caregiver $325 scholarship. So that if you have sickle cell, you are a trait warrior or a caregiver, you automatically get the scholarship of 25, so that it costs $25. No application, nothing else required. Just identify that you're a patient or caregiver or a trait warrior, and it's automatically decreased to $25.
I'm just saying that deserves a hand clap. Like $350 and it went all the way down to 25. Listen, sign me up. Okay, sign me up. That's a thing. Hey, Elsa from Boston is in the house. Y'all, that is so generous of the consortium. I don't know how many events you have been to where you could get a scholarship of $25 and it was originally 350. I'm just saying, like, do the math.
Right.
Do Shamanica, you have always talked about making sure that when people go to different events or whenever they're doing anything, when it costs something for them, then they value it more. We don't necessarily, that's not something that we're trying to say, but what we are saying is, we appreciate y'all. It's our first time back, and we want to make sure as many people as can be there don't have that barrier of finances. So I'm just saying, what's your thoughts about that, Monica? Because you
I
got a whole
think $25 for the level of event that we offer.
Yeah.
Our event is still one of a kind, like its own thing, because it's organized by sickle cell warriors for sickle cell warriors, and warriors are in mind every step of the planning process. So I think that alone, makes the $25 worth it. And like you said, Dr. Bailey, earlier, for the people joining virtually, to get a meal card every day that totals more than $60. So you're getting your money's worth. It's not like we're asking for $25 and then give you nothing to take away from the event, whether you're virtual or in person.
Virtual or in person. She's right. So either way it goes, there is value. And if there wasn't food card, if it wasn't any of that, I think the information, the experience, the networking, and the connection that you make in this community is still worth it. I know that people are literally like sending emails, hey, I need the code so it could be free. I need the code. I need the code. Well, the code is, if you are a warrior, a caregiver, or a trait warrior, that automatically gets you that $25. So that's the code. And so we're definitely not, it's not a thing like, oh, let's charge for just something $25. I mean, I'm just saying, we're going to sacrifice going out to eat one day and come to the convention because I think it's well worth it. We're going to have conversations that are about, sickle cell and relationships. We're going to talk about the barriers. And while we're at it, we're literally, the theme of this year is sickle cell excellence. I mean, that's why I got my crown out. And every time I come on live, y'all gonna see my new crown. Sure.
I love
You said
it.
a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get it from?
Sheen. The Sheen. The
It's
I
Sheen.
think
so
I have
cute.
that exact same one in my wish list.
You girl, I'm telling you. And what I love about it is it's a headband because you know my hair's so big. It's a headband, so you could just pop that thing right on and just go like that. I
It
love
is so cute. Let's tell them why you're wearing a crown.
Okay, so let me tell y'all why I'm wearing a crown. The reason why I'm wearing the crown is that this year, first of all, going back into the theme, it is sickle cell excellence. I mean, put your crown on, sis, and fix it. If it's leaning to the side, I promise you, just fix it and you're gonna be all right. You are always a queen and or a king, no matter what situation you're in, and no matter what you wear. That's number one. But our theme for the prom is royalty. Yes. So we are really dressing up this year. We have a great theme, and it's royalty is this year. And so my royalty is, honey, I'm a queen. Listen, I am. And so let me get my hair out the way so y'all can see my whole crown. Oh, that didn't work. Anyway, I told
It's
y'all
so
my live
cute.
earlier. I told y'all my live earlier. I'm gonna need some help. But that's why I'm wearing the crown, because we believe that everyone that's in this community, there is excellence everywhere you look. And
Mhm.
so we just want to make sure that you guys know that, we started in 2020 with the citizen scientists. Bam, we were setting the stage for it, and now we're talking about royalty. You all are royal in our eyes, pure at the end. And those caregivers that are taking care of us warriors, woo! Thank you for being royalty. Our young princes and princesses, we are so excited to welcome them this year. And for the Royal Brown, we have something special for them as well. Dr. Bailey got some good plans, and the team has been planning some few things for the children. But that's why I'm wearing the crown. And every time from here on out, that I do a live, y'all gonna see this crown. Y'all gonna get this crown. It may be a different one, but today and for next week, y'all gonna get this crown right here. So that's why I am wearing a crown. We got some more questions in the chat as I'm answering, putting up the questions. Dr. Bailey, talk
Yes,
to
ma'am.
us a little bit about this convention and what it means to you.
Awesome. So I am very, very excited. First off, this is our 10th anniversary convention.
Yes.
We have been hosting these warrior conventions for 10 years. I can't believe it has been 10 years, but this is the 10th anniversary, and we get to go back in person. And
Yes.
so already this is such an exciting time for us and an amazing convention. We have that theme of excellence, sickle cell excellence, breaking barriers. Our wonderful Sharonda came up with that theme for this year. And it is all about promoting the excellence in this space. How amazing this community is, how amazing the warriors are. We started with the expert patient and going all the way through to citizen scientist and bringing it now full circle for excellence and portraying and showing the world that we are so much more than patients. We are warriors. We are leaders in this space. And with that, not only are we having a convention showcasing excellence, we're inviting warriors and caregivers that have written books or have companies to come and have an evening during the Warrior Excellence Game Night evening that we're going to spotlight you all.
Yep.
And so you will be able to join us and share your books and sell your products. And then we know we are more than just patients. We're leaders in this space. And so when we go in any location, we do a service project. This year, as leaders, we are offering the rest of the community a health fair. We're going to Houston's Fifth Ward. We're going to be at the Fifth Ward Multi-Service Center, and we are having a health fair on the 23rd from 12 to 4. We, the leaders in this space, are going out there to offer health services and school supplies to the children of Houston and services to the citizens of Houston's Fifth Ward.
Yes.
We're inviting everyone out. It is free to them all. There's going to be games, food, music, and there's going to be health. There will be all types of vendors and opportunities to check out their health, to get vaccinated if they want, to find out for the back to school vaccines for children. There are going to be opportunities to find out get some basic maintenance of the health. And at the moment, I'm even trying to coordinate that we'll be able to offer eyeglasses to people of Houston's Fifth Ward. Now, don't hold me to that one yet. I'm still working it out. You cannot offer eyeglasses without an eye doctor present. Mm-hmm. And so we're working that in America. In other countries, you can do the test, give them the glasses, but here an ophthalmologist must be present. So, or an optometrist. So we're working that bit out. If you know of an optometrist in Houston that might be willing to volunteer their time on that Sunday to help us give eyesight, the ability to see the board in the classroom to the children of Houston and the adults, please reach out and let me know. But that's why we're doing it. We're leaders, not just patients. And as leaders, we improve the locations we go to. And that's one of the ways we're doing it. So 10th anniversary, very excited. This started so small. And now we are to the point that I think next year we're going to have to move into a convention center. We have grown from 2013 to now. And I'm so grateful for all of you who show up and come out every year and get so excited about it. We got so many amazing events and activities planned. We have scholarships for lodging only. Registration, we're giving the scholarship automatically to Warriors caregivers. So it brings it down to $25 from $350. But the hotel, now I will be honest, we earmarked 100 scholarships and we have given out over 100 scholarships. So right now we are having to wait list new applicants, but we're working very, very hard to be able to pull you off of that wait list. So if you are wanted to be there in person and need to stay at the hotel, I still encourage you to go ahead and apply for the scholarship. Okay, I went all over the place. I hope I talked a little bit about what you wanted me to talk about.
No, you did. Absolutely. No, I wanted you to just kind of dig into, why we were doing this. And I think you absolutely did that because it's super important for people to know our why sometimes. And I think just talking about the expansion, like from 2013. So what has blown my mind is that we've been doing this for 10 years. I haven't been here for the entire 10 years, but I'm telling you, I'm here now. I'm starting from the bottom, but I'm here. And I'm excited for the consortium that this is not just the 10th annual Warriors Convention. You can put that on anything, but this is our anniversary and we're celebrating it in such a way because for us, if you look down, go down memory lane, when we're talking about sickle cell excellence, this is excellence. And to be able to have an organization that has been able to do things like this for the community, that's excellence. And what I was telling somebody earlier today is that, you don't have to always just be on the main stage or be in legislative. You don't always have to be in a newspaper or do this or do that. Excellence is something that you can do every day. If you're making a difference in somebody's lives in one way or the other, they may deem you as somebody of excellence because you have helped them. And so the consortium has helped so many people by just throwing this event, by just talking or letting them have their first time to talk on a panel or being a part of, this great organization and then be able to network with other people. That is excellence. We have people in the community like Dr. Titi Fasipe, who is a doctor and a warrior, Dr. Lakia Bailey, doctor and a warrior. You see, so excellence is so much more than what we think it is. We have people that are, yoga masters. They've done all the training for it, and now they're warriors and yoga instructors. We have people that are lawyers and a warrior. So when I say excellence, I'm not just talking about somebody that everybody have seen. No, we're talking about those bodybuilders. We're talking about those scientists. We're talking about the lawyers, the photographers, creatives. Where are you? I'm calling all my creatives. I'm talking to you too, because you are excellent in your own right. And so I just want to make sure that during this event, we showcase and highlight that there's so many warriors that have said, I'm tired of going to a 9-to-5, that I'm worried about being fired, and they've started their own businesses. My goodness, we want to highlight you because you exude excellence. And so that's what we're talking about when we say excellence. And when we're talking about barriers and breaking barriers. We're talking about being able to have an event like this. Back in the day, you didn't have maybe about one or two organizations that were doing this, but now the consortium has come along, and not only are we doing it, we're teaching, we're training, we're making sure that we have people making connections. Those are breaking barriers. We're making sure that there's not only space for us, but there's space for you too. So anyway, that's a long way of saying yes, Dr. Bailey. I love how you explain that. I love how, excited you are and how passionate you are about this event, because without it, we wouldn't be here for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And though you work together with someone else, Toast and Ola, and we're going to go down memory lane. We're going to show y'all where we started, and the progression of where we are, and then we're going to talk about our future and what we see in sickle cell and what we see at the consortium and in this community, because it says Sickle Cell Community Consortium. So we're not doing anything just by ourselves. Every event is planned and executed by and for the warrior community. So when we're talking about excellence, y'all are excellent. And I love every moment about it. And do not forget the kids. Now, everybody's always talking about the adults. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. There is not another organization that I know of that has a big convention where the kids have their own track. Well, look no further. The consortium does it every year. And this is not, anything new, but we are also making sure that our next generation know that they exude excellence, they are excellence, and that we're talking about breaking barriers early. And so they have their event, they have their entire track that's going to be happening. Yes. And I'm so super excited because two of our young interns have been meeting. They have plans for
religiously. They are so excited. These young interns. Yes, they are.
They are so excited about it. And it just warms my heart that they are, because that just lets us know that we're doing something right. And y'all know me, train up a child. We're training them up, and not only training them, we're teaching them, and we're letting them learn, and we're letting them come to us and say, hey, I want to do this. Oftentimes in our generation, we are the type of people, it's like, well, our older generation is like, do what I say do. This time, and what we're doing is we're saying, yeah, what do you want to do? What is it that you want us to do on your behalf? And they're like, no, don't do it on my behalf. Let us do it. Okay. Well, let's go. If you're willing to do the work, we're going to let you do it. And I have seen a change even in my own nephews who really love, to make sure that somebody knows about sickle cell. My young Evan, he turned 11 yesterday. He is literally talking to his friends like, yeah, I won't be available from July 18th to July 23rd because I'm working, because I'll be at the conference.
I love that so much.
And he's like, I'm like, Evan, you don't have to tell them all your business, but ain't Rhonda, they want to see if I'm going to be playing the game, and I got to let them know that I will be working at the conference, and I'm going to Houston so that I can work. I'm like, okay, sir, do what you do. Do what you do.
I'm not mad at them, and they're so excited and so proud, and I'm proud of them.
Yes,
they're taking it very seriously, and that STEM room is going to be amazing. And it was the work of very young interns.
Yes, absolutely. And so if you have children, it's not just for, young adults or for adults. This is for the entire whole family, which is why we have this young picture right here. Mom, dad, and children. And so what I also wanted to talk about is that men, like, in this community, if you go to an event, you see loads of women, but we have made a space and opportunity for men. And so I want to make sure that you men, calling all dudes, come on in. And I need you guys to register as well, because there's a space for you, because I know that sometimes it's hard to talk to, other people or other women about what you're going through, but we have a whole track that's dedicated for the men, for you guys to have a safe conversation. So let it be known. Go on and register, sir. Yeah, it's something for you too, sir. And Jonathan, I'm going to have one of the men to do a video so that you can kind of relate to them too, because I'm telling you, this month, June, is Men Health Month. And so what better way to make sure that your health is taken care of than coming to the conference? Register for the conference now, so that when you get there, bring all your questions, have your conversations with some guys. And us ladies, we'll step out. We ain't got to be in there with y'all. We'll step out so that y'all can have that, conversation. I know during, what is it? We just did it. World Sickle Cell Day, we had a men's talk and a women's talk, and that they really were having great conversations in there. And just think about, if you were there for that, just know we have an entire track for men and for women. And okay, so let's go.
And you know what? Wait a minute. Before you go, the men. So there are some very cool things that the men's track is going on, and some of them are open, and it's sessions for others to be able to hear, caregivers who are raising young male warriors. But also we have some closed, and we have a doctor who is doing research, a researcher, medical doctor / researcher, who is doing things on helping to break down and facilitate and break down barriers to men getting access to good health. There's some very, very cool things. There's some Warriors After Dark conversations for men. I saw that there's going to be some discussions on relationships, being a father, a son, a husband with sickle cell. I saw things on nutrition and bodybuilding. I saw some, and when I say I saw, Marcus McKinley has graciously stepped in to help coordinate and organize this men's track, and other men are working with him to really create an amazing event. And it's not all, of course, you won't miss everything else because you're in the men's track. The men's track are a few hours a day, but there's a lot of other sessions going on as well. But I just wanted to say that we have men who are creating for men with sickle cell, creating for men with sickle cell, an amazing track. And it really seems like it's going to be fantastic. I won't be in there. I might go to some of the open ones, but they got some good stuff going. All right. Yeah. I just wanted to share that.
Oh no, that's good, because I mean, like we said, sometimes it's hard for men to just, connect and have those conversations. And we've just decided that, it's a good thing for us to just go ahead and create that space for them so that they can have it, and we'll step out. But, just know that when those conversations are had, those are for you guys. It's not something that we're just like, oh, men come and just to move stuff or set up and break down. No, this is really for you as well. Husbands and caregivers and fathers. It is all for you guys to come in and join in a conversation. So make sure that you come and do that, because we really do want to make sure that you feel safe and whatever we are doing. I did want to mention some people that we're working with this year, and that is our co-host this year. Man, Houston is trying to step up now. Houston and Dallas, we got a little rivalry going on right now, because I mean, last time in 2019, it was in Dallas, and so Houston said we could do it better. I was like, okay, now show me up, show me what you got. And so these organizations, As One Foundation, Mark Thomas Foundation, Carol's Promise, Supporters of Sickle Cell, Sicklers Foundation, and then we have DFW Sickle Cell Kids Foundation, and then we have the entire Houston collaborative that we're working with as a co-host for this event. So I'm just saying, they saying that it's going to be great, and they're trying to show out. So Dallas, I'm going to need y'all to come on and be like, just even if y'all just want to come and see what's going on in Thine Houston, because they said they're going to show us up. We're going to see. I'm ready for it. Let's do it. But Houston is really planning some great events. And so I just want to say thank you to all of our co-hosts who is helping us. And if you are looking for one of those scholarships, you may want to talk to your organization, As One Foundation, Mark Thomas, Carol's Promise, DFW Sickle Cell Kids crew, and supporters of, I don't even know SOS.
That's Oklahoma. SOS, yeah.
Yep.
Supporting our sickle cell survivors. SOS.
Wrong organization. Yes. But anyway, so we are super excited to be partnering with these organizations.
And also, there are quite a few clinics throughout Texas.
Oh, yes.
And they have access to scholarships as well for your pediatric population. And so I need to put that on my to-do list, but we have connected with several of them. I think there's at least 5. Actually, I think it might be 7 separate clinics in the area who has scholarships as well. So we're very excited to have connected with them through Dr. Titi Fasibe.
Yep. And then, so I'm going to go back just a second. We also have the young adults track. And so, young adults track, the age range for them is it is 16, right? Through 23 or 20.
So it's young adult
Uh-huh.
is 16 to 22.
Okay,
So
16.
we've got a group, several groups, and we've got some questions I want to answer before
Okay.
they hop off. And also, hey Idaho, hey Boston, I see y'all. Tell us where y'all are watching from, please. So age groups between the ages of 2 and 5, we will have a daycare on site to take care of them, keep them entertained, do activities, and teach them a little bit about sickle cell. Ages 6 to 11 is the SC3 kids, and they have some cool things planned. Ages 12 to 15 are SC3 Next Generation, and DFW Kids is hosting that. And then young adults is being hosted by co-hosted by SCA 365, Mia Robinson, and they are 16 to 22, and they have all kinds of things as created and coordinated for them. So those are the 4 groups: the daycare, kids, next gen, and young advocates.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so know that there's space for you. And I know it's hard sometimes to get your young teen and your young advocates to be involved in, things like this. So we have set aside time in an entire track for them also to come and have a safe space. They will also be a part of, just some training in if they wanted to intern or volunteer during the event, they absolutely can. And then for our younger kids, like Dr. Bailey was saying, they come in and they have their own registration table. They have a lot just focusing on the children. And so make sure that you, as a family, if you're thinking, oh, I can't go to that conference because I have children, don't worry about that. We got you covered.
We have you covered.
All the way. So just come on, register. And if somebody's like, well, where do I go? You go to sicklecellconvention.org. That's where you go to register.
And don't feel bad about utilizing that daycare, because listen, I had to pay her anyway. So she's there. So she is there to take care of the younger ones. And I've heard people say, well, they've said things like, I'll leave that scholarship for others. And you don't have to. The daycare is there. Now, if you're more comfortable keeping your baby with you, keeping your young child with you, we absolutely understand. Yeah, but absolutely. If you want to be able to go into some of these sessions and leave your toddler with the daycare, that is an option. And we have an entire security protocol in place. Now, you cannot leave the site. Once you check a child in of ages 17 or under, or 16 and under, you cannot leave the site. Yeah. But you can go. We've got the whole hotel. The JW Marriott is ours. Both floors, all meeting spaces. And we're using all that space, y'all.
All of it.
So that is available. Go to the sessions. Enjoy. If you're a caregiver, check out the Caregivers Lounge. Sign up for Caregiver Brunch. All kinds of awesome things. There's a place for your children to be. But like I said, fully understand if you prefer to have them with you as well.
Yeah. And very, very understandable, because I know for us, it's like, wait a minute, my boys are big now, but I know when they were younger, I was like, nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. But at the like she said, if you please make sure that if you're going to drop your children off at the daycare, or during that one of their tracks, please make sure you do not leave the facility. You can run around, you can go to any one of the sessions you want to, but you cannot leave the facility, which I think is okay, because there's so much happening. You're going to be trying to
show them the map. We do have a map. We can show them what's going on in the rooms.
Sure, let's find the map.
I got one. Oh, okay. You have to share it. That's right. I'm not on Zoom. Okay, listen, I just looked up and realized that it is dark out and my windows are wide open so people can look right in, and I'm not okay with that. Give me 1 second. Let me close my windows.
Okay, Elsa, first of all, ma'am, you have given me life right now. She said, and my warrior is super excited. He won't stop asking me when are we leaving for Texas? Oh my God, that sounds like Evan. I'm like, sir, look at the calendar. That's when we're leaving. We're leaving. Or I'm telling him a date, but he's not trying to hear me at all. He's like, no, when are we leaving? And he's telling his friends, and he's trying to make sure everybody knows he's gonna be gone out of town, and he's not gonna be able to play them games. So, girl, I get it, honey. I'm super excited that your baby is coming as well. I'll ask you later how old he is, because we may have to plan a little hangout of the kids while they're there, because I know they're going to be going to the STEM room, which, y'all, they're going to be doing some gaming. We got a whole graphic on here. Seriously, I'm mad. I told him. Listen, let me tell you, I have learned to stop telling people or telling the kids early, because they will ask over and over and over and over again, when are we going? When are we going? I'm like, yo, he's so crunk about it. And yes, I'm saying crunk. He's so excited that he's trying to make his list. He was like, hey, Rhonda, I need to make sure I have swim trunks. I need to make sure I have this, that, and the other. I'm like, dude, calm down. It's not even July yet. Like, just chill. But they're so excited, and I have to stop telling him to calm down, because what I don't want to do is take his excitement away from him. So now what I'm trying to do is like, okay, so do you have your list ready? So now I'm instigating. I'm like, all right, you got to write everything down, because if you don't write it down, if we gonna get it, when we leave, you ain't gonna get what you need. So I'm putting it back into his hands, because what I've learned just working with the consortium is that they are old enough to take on some responsibility. And though we are trying to be helicopter aunts and moms, because we're like, oh, we just want the best for them and we don't want to hurt their feelings, and maybe this is not going to happen. But if we start, blowing out that fire that's under them, then we're going to be like, oh, my child doesn't want to do anything, and they don't want to learn about sickle cell. They don't want to be at this event. So I'm learning to not, really just take his fire down. But now, listen, sir, is your list ready? Do you have your bio ready? Is your headshot ready? Dr. Bailey asked you for it. I mean, do you have it? If you don't, you can't talk to me about it. Go get it done. And so things like that. And it gives them so much joy. And
so
so, like,
exciting.
they're so excited, because it's like, oh my gosh, I really do have a place in this space. And so anyway, I went on a rant about that. But girl, I get you, child. If you tell them the kids too early, blessed to believe they gonna
All
keep
they talk about.
exactly.
My nephew has been telling his friends, he's been saying, okay, I'm gonna ask my TT, can you come too? I'm like, baby, we are going to Texas. No, sweetheart, maybe another time. But they are so excited. I completely forgot that David needs a headshot and bio. I better remind him.
Yes,
Although I doubt he forgot.
I'm sure he didn't, because Evan has asked his mom for a haircut. He's like, I need a haircut so I can take my headshot. He's like, what you
I
need a
love that
haircut
so
for?
much.
He's like, well, because Dr. Bailey said. And then when he gets in front of Dr. Bailey, he all shy. Sir, get it together. It's Dr. Bailey. I'm like, sir, let it go. But I brought this up. This is the Gaming Through the Pain, because we've done this during convention for the past few years, and it has been so successful. The people that game love gaming. Now, people are like, oh, it's just for the dudes. No, don't say that around Dominique Goodson, baby. The ladies come, and they come hard with the gaming. So it's for everybody. If you are a gamer, we got a space for you. And the reason why we started Gaming Through the Pain was because we were talking about distraction therapies. And one of the ways that a lot of people distract themselves is through gaming. I didn't know that was something, a whole thing. And Jaden Lewis, oh my goodness, he spoke last year about gaming and how it helps him and why he does it. And I was just kind of blown away. I was like, okay, I could get with that. But there's unique ways of people doing things to get through the pain. Like mine is, the creative side. But one of the other distraction things that we talked about and that we've done, throughout the years is Beauty Within Sickle Cell. And so it is a initiative that we've done in partnership with the Rivera family, which is one of our team members, Miss Maria Rivera, the passing of Jasmine, which is her daughter, and a way to just kind of celebrate her life and the things that she meant. And she was a part of our team. We created the Jasmine Rivera Beauty Within Sickle Cell Foundation. And so this one is super exciting because it's in conjunction with our Royal Ball, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But wait, I saw some people did ask a question too, Dr. Bailey. So hold on for a second.
Yeah, I saw questions. And also, Elsa said, we throw a party like no other. Yes, you tell no lies, Elsa.
None. Y'all, I don't got my glasses on, so I'm like real close to the screen. Judge me not.
I put mine on. Let me see what I see. Elsa had a suggestion that we reach out to Make-A-Wish chapter to see if they can offer info and resources to parents. And I think that's brilliant, Elsa. I have never, ever once considered reaching out to Make-A-Wish. And so I'm actually going to take a note right now to see if we can figure out who to contact, who's local to Houston, and see if they will come talk to our parents about Make-A-Wish. When I was a child, Make-A-Wish was very specifically for children who were actively dying. And so when I qualified, my mother was not having it. She was like, absolutely not. And I was not allowed to make my wish. But I get it, because to her, that would have been me acknowledging to myself that I was dying. Now it's not the case. Make-A-Wish is available for the chronically ill child. So not, just if you're living with a chronic illness, and it's available openly and broadly for this community. And I encourage our community to do it. And also, I mean, okay, Disney World is awesome, but can we get a little bit more creative with some of these wishes? I'm just saying, my wish, I already had it planned. I wanted to go to space camp. I wanted to go, but I knew we couldn't afford it, and I was going to wish for space camp. So you know what? Wish what you want to wish for, but y'all, it don't always have to be Disney World. Some people leave the country. So consider it.
Consider about it. Somebody said as Dream Factory too. They are in several states. Wow.
So I'm going to write that down, because I never once considered asking them, and that's good stuff. So let me write it down so that our outreach can be extended to include Make-A-Wish. I've never heard of Dream Factory.
Oh, Elsa said, I had a great meeting with the MARI chapter last week. I can ask for a Texas contact.
Yes, please do.
Do it.
Make-A-Wish. I'm writing it down now in our outreach list. And you said Dream Factory. I've never heard of that, but it's on the list. If you have any information about Dream Factory, I think that was Rebecca. Yeah. And any contact info, please send it out to me. So y'all, I was born in the 70s. I'm that old. And back then, Make-A-Wish was a thing, but it was for actively dying children. It isn't anymore. So I get now why my mother wouldn't let me do it. She was like, she's a person of faith, and she was like, absolutely not, when they came to me in the hospital. So it's open now. And I would strongly encourage y'all to look after it. Look into it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Elsa said she can send you some meeting notes. And then Rebecca said that the Dream Factory, they're in Louisville, Kentucky. They do a lot there.
So if they're not national, it might not be the best option for us. But yes, Rebecca, please take a look into it for me and let me know what you find. And then we may have to remember them when we come to Kentucky.
Oh, nice. That's good.
So that we remember to bring them the year that we come to Kentucky. And y'all, Sunday is when we vote. So just if you're wondering, we vote for every other year. Like we vote for 2 years out so that we already know the next year. And this year is Houston. Next year we're in Atlanta. And then on Sunday, we're going to vote on where we're going in 2025. And then next year we'll vote for 2026 and so forth and so on. So if you want to have a say in where we go in 2025, you need to come on in and vote. Now, pre-pandemic, we were supposed to be going to Vegas. We were preparing to go to Vegas in 2020. And the pandemic happened and all of that shut down. And we did not revisit it. I looked into it for us to go to Vegas this year, but because the world was opening back up, Vegas was booked. It was booked. And the amount of money we would have had to pay to get everybody to Vegas would have been just too hard. So I'm not saying it's not doable, but you would need to come on Sunday and put your vote in if that's where you want us to go. But do be mindful that we're taking a bunch of people with sickle cell to some of these areas, and we have people that aren't going to be used to those altitudes, and those Vegas altitude is difficult for some. And think about that wherever we go. There are going to be people who can't do the cold. So just it's always in July, early August, so we don't really have to worry about that. Although we do have a good number of people that are going to be trying to push for us to go to Canada, and I'm open to it. So I think the problem there is, well, there's a lot. We'll talk about it on Sunday. We'll talk about it on July 23rd, breakfast at convention, virtual people. We're going to stream you in so we can discuss our options for where we're going in 2025.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right. I saw some, what do you have planned for Golden Experience? A lot, Etta, and it's going to be fabulous. And we've already confirmed some things, the Quest for Longevity, fireside chat, and all kinds of amazing things. So I do want to encourage warriors, because anyone who has not registered for the Golden Experience by, is it next Friday, Sharonda?
Yes, ma'am. It is next Friday.
By next Friday, we will not be able, you can still register and attend, but the Golden Experience part, where we are covering your flight, and we are bringing in a caregiver, but we can't cover their transportation, and all of that might not be available to you. So if you have sickle cell disease, SC, SS, S beta thal, and you are over the age of 55, go ahead and register. Pay the $25 and let us know that you're over 55. Apply for the lodging, and we have to ask that you upload your proof of diagnosis with your date of birth, and we will be bringing you all in at our cost and having some fantastic experience, fun and experiences and all kinds of great things. The Kofers will be in the house. All right, Carla. Elsa, your son is 7. Listen, my nephew's 9, and he is just as excited. I only told him because he needs a new suit for the ball. Listen, can we talk about that for a second? Because I need to pause and find something to wear. I don't know what I'm going to wear, but the theme is royalty. We're encouraging you to embrace royalty of any culture and any genre and age. So I keep telling people the Regency era is very popular right now, because that's what the Shonda Rhimes shows and all of that is in that era with that. And I like their way of dressing too. I really, really like that. It's very modest but elegant. I'm thinking of embracing more of what is now East Africa, like that area, but like back in the day. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm going to run out of time, and I guarantee you I'm going to run out of time, I'm probably going to end up in just a ball gown. But in my brain, I am doing it up. Imaginary Lakia is flawless. Real life Lakia is probably going to be tired and stressed in a ball gown, trying to keep everything on. But we'll see. Also, Disney princesses was suggested today in our staff meeting, and that is such a cute idea. For the Disney princess, embrace that kind of royalty. Let's see, what other questions did we have? The 55 and older is only for warriors, yes. But warriors and caregivers are invited to join us. But the 55, if that question was about the 55 and older, then yes, the 55 and older is for individuals living with sickle cell disease.
Yep. I didn't see another question, but I did want to bring this up. We talked about it at the beginning, and I know we had some people that came. She said, yes, it was Dr. Bailey. I know we had some people come on, and I just kind of wanted to go over real quick about the option for virtual and in person. So on my Facebook Live, on Instagram Live, people were asking, are we doing virtual as well? And the answer is yes to my people. It is either you have one event and 2 ways to experience it. You can experience it virtually or in person. I would hope that everybody can be in person, but that's just not the reality. I mean, we've learned during the pandemic that people, it's just been very cool for people to be able to get this information virtually. And so we are not taking that option away from you guys, but we would love to see y'all. It is a family reunion and we really want to see everybody in person. However, we understand that not everybody can make it in person. So we have made sure that it is a true hybrid meeting. So you can be both virtual or in person, one way or the other. You can get the information, make the connections, and really, really enjoy yourself, whether you're in person or virtual. So don't think if you're virtual that, oh, it's not going to be as fun. If you've been to any one of our events in the past, you know that we tried to do it up virtually as well. So just make sure that you are registering and being a part of that. And if you register by Friday, you will be put in to a randomizer. Yes, you can register later, but I would prefer that you guys go ahead and register now. Yes, people, register now. And for those of you that are just coming on, I want to remind you that the cost of this event, especially in person, is $350. But if you're a warrior, if you're a caregiver, or if you're a trait warrior, you automatically get the scholarship code. I mean, you automatically get the scholarship and it brings your price all the way down to $25. I know, right? I said $25 from $350 to $25. Who does that? Yes, the consortium does that. All right, I'm done being on my horse about that because I'm like, what? Are you serious right now? I don't know nobody else that would do that, but it's a thing. So make sure that you guys know. And so then also somebody asked me, well, I thought it started on the 18th. Well, I'm glad you asked. The 18th is for our virtual people. That's when they will start their sessions or start their reception and their check-ins. The in-person will start on the 19th. So when you are booking your flights, make sure you are booking it to arrive on the 19th and not on the 18th because it will start for in-person on the 19th. We'll have your reception on the 19th. The 18th is for our virtual. And so this flyer will be going around more and more so that everybody can see it. So that when you are booking your flights, you do know the correct day to book and to come in to Houston. So yes, it is from the 18th to the 23rd. That is a mighty long time to be with us. And we welcome you guys to be with us. But just know the 23rd is a health fair. So it's really from the 19th through the 22nd for you in-person people. And for you virtual people, it's from the 18th to the 22nd. So let's just be mindful of, 19th to the 23rd for in-person and 18th to the 22nd for those that are virtual. So yeah.
Well, virtual though, we do want you there on the 23rd breakfast to vote as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about the voting. Yes. Voting. And she was just talking about that. Voting is where we're voting on where we're going in 2025, not 2024. We already got that, but we are going to vote where we're going to be in 2025. So make sure you do come to that breakfast virtually as well. All right. I see some questions in the chat, Dr. Bay. Let's see what we got.
I do too. Where do I register? SickleCellConvention.org. www.sicklecellconvention.org. Kiara says she had one of those what I ordered and what I got experience. I understand.
Kiara, I get you. I understand, girl.
Rebecca, I'm going to ask if you can try to find a contact for me with Dream Factory Corporate as well as Texas. Because I have this thought that just popped in my head that it'd be awesome if we could partner with them for Dream Factory Sickle Cell Chapter. And we could earmark funds for Sickle Cell Warriors. I love that it's a lifetime membership and they do things all year. That's very cool. If you can identify a contact for me with their corporate office and then something locally for Texas, let's see what they might be willing to do with us. Elsa, if we arrive on the 18th, will the hotel honor the room block price? They will. If you call them in now, because there is a deadline, or click the link on the website and let them know you are booking a room just for the one night, because I think, Elsa, you have a lodging scholarship. So you're booking it for the 18th and just the night, they will give you our rate, our blocked rate. Thank you, Rebecca. You said on it. So Sharonda, so Carla, no, if you are coming in person, do not show up on the 18th. Your hotel is, wait, Carla, you're a volunteer. So Carla, it's different for you.
Yeah,
Isn't that Kiara's mother?
it is. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Carla, you are coming with our staff as a staff volunteer. So your dates are different. Everyone else, the in person, you need to check in on the 19th, prepare to check out on the 23rd.
Yep.
If a few of you are available to volunteer at the health fair, let me know, but make sure you get written approval from me or Sharonda or Sandy or Doris. Sandy Mill is our event manager. I'm the director. Sharonda's director of operations. My mother's director of finance, Doris Bailey. You must have written permission from one of the four of us. And if you want to stay and leave Monday instead of Sunday so that you can volunteer at the health fair, that's an option. But I do need you to get writing. Don't assume it until you have it in writing that you want to volunteer to work the health fair, and we will extend your hotel to leave on Monday instead of Sunday. Yep. But don't make the assumption until you've put in the request and gotten it in writing. I didn't want the day to be too stressful for SJ, so our flight is the 18th, so he can be fully rested on the 19th. All right, I understand that. Although the 19th doesn't start till 5 p.m. So anybody that comes in that morning, other than checking in, getting your bag, your lanyard, you go to your room. We start at 5 p.m. on the 19th. So we are letting anybody that comes in that morning have the day to rest before we get started with the reception that evening. Yep. And the reception is very low key. We're going to have some food. I think it might be like a quesadilla bar or something. I don't know. It's a few different things. We're going to eat. We're going to play some games. We're going to chill and let you all know what to expect the remainder of the days. Yep.
These are great questions. I'm sure other people have them as well. So I'm glad that you guys are asking these great questions. So Etta said, I can help volunteer if you need me. Ella's always ready to help. I love it.
Now, Elsa, I'm pretty sure you have a lodging volunteer. I see your message here. I'm pretty sure you have a lodging room, but check your email if you got the awarded email. If you didn't, contact me because I'm fairly certain I saw your name on there, but let me know if you did not receive the email. Etta says she can help volunteer if needed.
Yep.
That's a very good point. I don't think so. The child care will no longer be available that Sunday. Everybody will need to bring their children with them who's helping at the health fair.
Yep.
That's a very good point. The child care is available Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but not Sunday.
Yep. And if there's going to be other children there too. So I'm sure that they'll probably be at a table together, talking together. We can perhaps bring some games for them, for those that are volunteering, some games for the kids to be at that table. But yeah, there's no child care for that. So though you're coming to volunteer, especially if they're the age like 7, 8, 9, something like that, we can just probably put them at a table and everybody can play together. But yeah, you are going to be responsible for your children on Sunday.
Yes.
And they start making friends after day 1, so they may not.
Oh, they do, and they keep those friendships.
Listen, they're not even gonna want you to be a part of their conversations no more.
Oh my goodness, they don't. I had to tell mine, the 9-year-old, when I walked in the room and he had to tell his other 9-year-old, "You're on the loudspeaker." I don't know what y'all are talking about. That you needed to announce that he was on the loudspeaker when I walked in the room.
Yeah, buddy.
But be aware that some things aren't appropriate under any circumstances. He's 9. Why did he need to tell his buddy you're on the loudspeaker? I was like, wait, hold on. We need to have a conversation. I want you to be able to have secrets. I want you to have fun with your friends. But there are some things that you need to be aware are not appropriate if you have to hide them from me. Exactly. We had to have that whole conversation. You're on the loudspeaker. I like your nerve.
Yeah, me and my sister we used to do that all the time. All right, mom on the phone. I mean, mama's here.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Now
"Look."
my sister and I still do it. Hey girl, how you doing? Mama in the car. Hey
Right.
girl, how you doing? Mama's here.
Woo! Listen, you better make sure because listen, you have no idea what's about to come out my sister's mouth. Hold on, hold on,
Same.
hold on. Let's see.
Same.
I'm super excited for him to be around. Hope.
Other warriors. Listen, I
Oh
will read for you a
yes.
whole community because you're doing what I normally do. I'm super excited for him to be around a whole community of warriors, his agent, yes, and beyond. And we are going to be we're glad to have him. It's going to be fabulous. And my niece just walked in. Hi, baby. So we are, get out of this. Nope. Put on PJs. Go. Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Your family comes first. You hear me? I love it. Do y'all have any more questions? Put it in the chat. Like we are going over, but we're having a conversation just about, convention, and we've already made some connections with Rebecca, Elsa. So if y'all have some ideas, you have some thoughts, caregivers. I do want to say caregivers. We have an entire caregiver summit for you guys. However, listen, this is for you too. So yeah, come on in and make sure that you guys are being a part of all of the conversations. There is a trait warrior conversation. There's young adults. There are because we do realize that some of our children are caregivers. So we taught everybody that at the caregiver summit last year, but there is an entire caregiver lounge that's going to be happening. Woo, y'all are going to have breakfast with your children. So caregivers, there is something for you. Now, Dr. Bailey did have an open conversation about caregivers and what you guys wanted. We're still taking suggestions. We may not be able to do it this year, but we're still always taking suggestions of what you guys wanted. The reason why we have an entire caregiver summit is because the community said you wanted it. So that is the thing. Whenever, there's something that is in our willpower to do, for this community, we're always open to doing it. So just know that. So I said all that to say, as caregivers, you are absolutely welcome. I know that the conference is called the Warriors Convention, but that's because as a caregiver, you're a part of that warrior family. We would be nothing without you guys. So caregivers, allies, trait warriors, you all are a part of this entire family. So don't feel like you're left out because you're not. We have something for everybody, something for the entire family. Okay, Dr. Bailey, what's that last one? I can't see.
I cannot wait to meet you all in person.
Oh, Elsa, I can't wait to meet you, girl. We've been talking for some years now. Now it's time to just hug it out and be like, hey, girl, hey. So I'm excited about that too. I can't wait to meet you in person. I can't wait to see Etta too. Etta be at all of my creative content sessions, all the things. Etta, I can't wait to see you, girl. I can't wait to see you. I think we've been on here long enough answering questions. And so we don't want to, wear out our welcome or anything. I see some more people have come in. I just want to say that we are here. Usually we have a late night conversation, but y'all, this convention has been taking our nights. We've been working day in, day out.
Days, nights.
Yeah, we don't even know
just
what is today. What is today? I mean,
and I was astonished to learn it was just Monday.
listen, we had usually we have our late night conversations, but this is about late. Y'all gonna get us unless we on another call because listen, we got work to and do.
So much work to do.
Yeah, and
my to-do list isn't even over before I can stop tonight.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not. So yeah, I don't want to stay on here too much longer, but if y'all have any questions, put it in the chat. If you're rewatching, this is your first time watching a live with us. Usually, again, this is a late night conversation, but this time we are just talking about all things convention and just trying to figure out some things with you guys. Want to know what you want to do. Want to know, are you coming virtually or in person? That is a big question on our minds right now. A lot of times, this community, we wait to the last minute to register.
Please don't wait till the last minute, y'all. There's so much preparation that goes into this, and it will just be so helpful. If you know you're going to register, please go ahead and do so. Now, if you need to wait because of waiting for, I don't know, paycheck or something, I get that. But if you can and you're just waiting, please go ahead and register because we need those accurate counts of numbers.
We absolutely do.
especially in person, but virtual too. And just to be reminded, we are sending you all a virtual package, but you will only get it if you are registered and we have an accurate mailing address for you.
Yep.
So you really got to get on top of that. If you want to do Paint and Chat, is the only thing that's an add-on. There is an additional price for Paint and Chat because we send you all your paint supplies, your easel, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, there's no additional price, but we do need you to go on and register so you can get the emails asking the questions. Do you doing this? Do you want a game? Because we do need to know that. And if you wait to register until after next Friday, you're not going to get the package in time. So you really, really, really need to go ahead and get that done. And what's that, like July 2nd? It's very soon that you have to get it done, by July 7th. Anybody that's registered after July 7th, there's a good chance you're not going to get the registration package. So please go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I agree. So it has been wonderful talking to you, Dr. Bailey. As always, we always have a blast just having conversations. One of the most random things that we do is just Dr. Bailey throws out random facts. She is literally our pocket nerd, and we love her for it. But I just want to tell everybody, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with us for this last hour. And we will be back on Wednesday. Shamanica will be back talking to the men, and they're going to be talking about men's health, because this month in June, it is men health awareness. So she has a panel of guys that she's going to be talking to on Wednesday. And so you don't want to miss that. The notification will go out in an email on Wednesday morning. So it'll give you all the information about that. So join her on Wednesday, and then join me on Instagram Live. I will be on Instagram Live this Friday, and I'm just going to be chopping up and talking to people on Instagram. We're going to do one giveaway on Friday, and so we're just going to be talking all things convention, because you will be entered into a randomizer if you register by Friday. That's both in person and virtual. And I'm going to put up my favorite flyer again, because I want y'all to understand that is one event, but there's two ways to experience it: virtual or in person. Now, y'all going to see a lot of this face in the coming weeks of commercials and videos and conversations. And so if you can just join me and just talk back to me. And if there's a topic you want to talk about, then please just send me a message for a suggested topic, and I'll be glad to add that to my conversations. But thank you again for joining us tonight, and we appreciate every warrior, and please know that you are excellence. You are making waves. We appreciate everything that every warrior is doing, every advocate is doing for warriors. We appreciate every child that feels like, they don't have a community. Let them know that there is a community at the Sickle Cell Consortium and at the Warriors Convention. There's a place for everybody. So that's it, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'll probably pop in with Shamanica, or come join me on Instagram Live on Friday. And I'm probably going to do it at lunchtime, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so that we can have a conversation. I will talk to you all later, and have an amazing night. It's time for the Warriors Convention, and registration is open. Warriors, caregivers, and community, we can't wait to see you all at the 10th Annual Warriors Convention, where we're celebrating 10 years and taking over Houston in partnership with the Houston Collaborative and all of our Texas partners at the JW Marriott by the Galleria. Join us for education, conversation, and networking while building relationships and partnerships. There's something for everyone. It's a family event, so I'm calling all of our 55 plus warriors. Please join us for the golden experience made just for you. Kings and queens, get your tickets today to the Royal Ball. It's a hybrid event, and you can choose your experience. Go to sicklecellconvention.org now, because we want to see you there. All right, guys, I will see you later on. Have a great night.